satisfied with the way things turned out tonight?
Not as much as I would be if I was able to finish this tough guy. I knew that I was going to have to throw everything I had at him, and that's what I pretty much did. But yeah, I couldn't put him away. And I don't get super excited about winning decisions. I wanna sub guys out, knock them out. But yeah, it was a fun fight to be in. I've never had a conversation with somebody in the middle of a fight. When they had that weird little break because of the gauze in his glove. I have the utmost respect for this kid. He's really an awesome guy.
What was the jab there then? Is that when you guys had a little conversation right there?
Yeah, I was like, great fight, buddy. We're both like, this is kind of weird. What's going on here?
So was I.
Yeah, I was like, I think it might be because of the gauze. Yeah, it was just a very simple conversation, but it doesn't happen often.
And last question for you, Jim, as well. You said you wanted to stay busy in 2013 and really get back. And after a fight like this, I imagine you need some time off. Does that change, or you want to still get back there right away?
Yeah, I want to get right back into it. I'm a little lumped up. It was a physically tough fight, but I had 8 months off between this fight and my last fight. And I don't like waiting that long. I fight because I like to fight, and I really like to go in there and do the things that I train to do. So if I could fight every 3-4 months, that'd be wonderful.
How close were those submission attempts, especially the one at the very end?
The heel hook was pretty close. I was able to control his wrist and really push my heel down to try to take that away from him, take that lever away. I knew he was setting it up. He started to set it up on the opposite side of the cage. I was so exhausted, and it was a beautiful setup, and it was a beautiful move. I admired it while it was happening. But he was gonna have to break it. I knew there was under a minute left, and I was not gonna give in to that.
And then for both of you guys, I think you kind of
Wait, he didn't answer the choke. I want to know the choke. Did he have that choke?
Yeah, the choke wasn't that close.
No?
Yeah, I was taking a break.
Sorry, I had to know that.
And then I just wanted to ask both of these guys, you kind of addressed it when you said you had the conversation, but you guys got some pretty unbelievable ovations there, especially going into the second round. And I know as fighters, you try to have laser-like focus and not really pay attention to what's going on, but did you notice that? And what are you thinking when you hear a roar like that?
I noticed it. I try to feed off the energy. It gets me excited. And, I was exhausted after that round, so I was trying to use some of that energy to bring me back.
I had quite a bit of blood in my eye, so I was kind of focusing on that. So I did notice it, but I'm glad to hear that everyone was enjoying the fight.
It looked like at the end you looked up and you took your mouthpiece out and you said, "Holy shit!" What was going through your mind there?
Just that was a crazy fight. I was exhausted, and I try to just give forth that complete effort. I think I did that tonight. I was pretty exhausted and banged up, and it was just, even though I was in pain. I think he lifted me off my feet with that knee to the sternum in the third round. That definitely hurt, but it was a fun fight. It was a fun fight to be in. It makes me a sicko. Mike yelled at me between the second and third rounds. I was landing good on our feet and wanted to take it to the ground. The takedown was there, so I went for it. I worked to mount and stuff like that, but he's a very talented grappler, and then you mix in all that blood, and it makes it really hard to hold on to somebody. So he was able to reverse me and win the round. So Mike got a little fired up and got in my face, but sometimes that's what I need, and he's like my big brother. So after the fight, I patted him on the face and said, don't yell at me anymore. But it was he's in there to do what he needs to do to get me to do my job.